Hello and welcome to Once Driven Forever Smitten. In this episode we are going to London to pick up this Corsa B 1.4 GLS, which is a victim of the ultra low emissions zone. And on the way back up we'll be going to check in on a Senator and a pair of Cavaliers that have got great potential as project cars. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's an epic trip. Oh dear, we've got some roadworks at Heartland. Just let this interesting looking Corsa out in front of us. Guy gave us a wave. It's got 15-inch Corsa C alloys on it, 16 valve badge on the boot. Nice to see it. 20 years old now, these cars. Quite looking forward to getting our own Corsa. He's got the rev counters on it as well, I can see that through there. He's got linked on him. Wow, that is a lot of traffic out there. What? Oh, the M8's shut. What in tarnation is going on here? What? That's nuts! They're all about to get caught. This ought to be good. Wow, it's windy. Going back down that way. Yeah, this is crazy shit, man. The M8's totally blocked. Boy, am I glad I didn't go on at the Blackburn junction, or I would have been stuck in all of that. Cops can't get through yet at all to where I need to go. Everywhere's jammed solid. After my 20-mile detour to get back to the start, now it was just too slow to get to the junction, and now I'm behind this big heavy haul lorry. Great. Tell you what, it is a stormy evening. The sun's just going down. Quite a spectacular skyline at the moment, with a bright sun on one side and these super dark purple clouds on the other. We've got one of Drummond Distribution's deckers in front of us. There'll be like a dozen of these going down the road tonight. And if you've not got a good bit of weight in these trucks, it can be a long night as you're getting blown about all over the place. You can feel the Cavalier getting lifted by the wind there coming up out the back and forth. But aside from that, it feels good. Of course, we're now running 195/55 tyres on it. Now see these chicanes that they've put in Carstairs, they're so dangerous. They've put one right back at that corner there, and there's not enough space to see what's coming. So you can be right out on the opposite side of the road in your lorry and something else comes flying around the corner.
reputation of like a man and his career.
Fuck!
Yeah, I genuinely think there's a sort of fault line that appears within Kevin Keegan and his.
Oh man, a fucking
which I think
live!
not only impacts Newcastle.
Well, there's no warning on the sat nav. I couldn't have got round that. I wouldn't have known it was here. Tits. Where are we again? Patriot stop working. Feck off. Traditional stop at Preston.
The way is comedy. You're a fucking comedian.
He also made a movie, if you remember, Ford Fairlane.
Yes.
And I remember thinking, this doesn't feel right. Like from the beginning, it didn't feel right. But like, what's so great about you is not in this movie.
Right. It was like homogenized milk.
Yeah.
You know, they pasteurized it and homogenized it and took all the enzymes out of it, and it's like, I guess this is not the same thing.
And the the way that people reacted to Dice.
For anyone who brings an opposing view, they choose to shut
that's
you up,
interesting.
silence
Somebody's
you,
getting
smear
arrested
you, try to
big time
ruin
there.
you, or undermine your character and credibility.
Been kicked off the M40
They
and
don't
sent
want the
down
weakness or the insecurity of their own argument to be exposed, and
diversion
also
route,
they immediately judge
which isn't
you as someone who may bring an
signposted.
opposing view, regardless of your political party.
So, they've messed up my hotel booking, so I've got to drive 16 miles to Guildford, but the car park shuts at midnight and I only just caught the guy before I left, and he's going to miss his train otherwise, so now I'm giving him a lift home. Oh, wheel cabbers. Well, the guy said he had enough time to get his train. Maybe he took a look at the Cavalier and didn't fancy it. Oh, I've got a sweat on. 12 miles, fucking hell.
On the girls' team, and obviously she has gone on to do amazing.
You have got to be kidding me!
So Title IX was created.
There's obviously a road closure.
That difference on the old federal funding.
Oh man!
They adopt this.
That's me just arriving at Guildford. 20 to 1 in the morning. Should have been here a very long time ago. Well, on our hotel. Only good thing about this trip, how faultless and fantastic the Cavalier is. It's just so good. Anyway. Is it going to start and run on 4? Yeah, it's only been sitting for about 8-9 hours. So, yeah. Right, let's go to Sutton and work out a plan to go and get this Corsa tonight. What a beautiful morning it is. You actually get autumn in the south of England.
We talked about different issues. We talked about.
It was down on one side. I thought it was pulling to the side a bit, so I bought a compressor for £6 from Wilco. No, it wasn't Wilco, it was a... Where did I get it from? The Poundland. They had it. £6. So I've got that to pump the tyre up. The gauge doesn't work on it. It thinks it's got 60 pounds in it, which it definitely does not. But I'll just have to do it for the moment. Don't know if I've got an actual puncture or if it's a leaky valve or what. There's a Mark III Astro over there. It's a Merit 1.4 automatic, which means it's a multi-point engine. I MOT checked it and it's done like 43,000 miles. was kind of tempted to put a note under the windscreen, you know, we could get that and get the engine out at a later date, but probably not. No, just it's in London and it's an automatic. Not too bad a looking an old thing, 1400. And my cousin Joe's Audi TT, and we're heading to go and get this Corsa, and we're in like proper London. We're inside the ultra low emissions zone, about to go over Putney Bridge. This is proper, like right in the middle of London. The red buses are everywhere. There's cyclists, motorbikes, scooters, crazy taxi drivers everywhere. It's like mayhem. I'm like so out of my element here. I'm like Crocodile Dundee or something. This Corsa better behave coming back out of here, like it better not overheat, because it's going to have to sit in some heavy traffic coming back out, I think. Looking at it here, well, it wasn't busy. Oh, it's busier going that way. Hopefully it'll be even quieter coming back though. By the time we've got there and got the car. It says 30 minutes to do 6.4 miles. Look at tower block. Ooh. Oh, 1.5 miles to go. We're so close. Park Royal, Central Middlesex. Spectacular, all lit up.
Oh, there's an upside down house there.
Wood Lane. That's a famous name, is that not something to do with the BBC or something? Big like London, massive office blocks with cranes. Wow. There's a huge tall building in front of us there as well. White City Station. Come up to Hammersmith Broadway. A huge office building elevated up there. And there's like a roundabout that goes like underneath it, which we're going like straight over, I think. Thinking about it.
Right.
I don't know, maybe alright here.
Alright, we had a big ladder. We do a train for ladder. One foot there, but it extends on the
I'm at a fire station.
on the trucks, yes. It's quite cool.
No, never been in a fire station either.
Station, sorry.
Yeah. You can smell the biscuit factory as well. It's a, oh, I wasn't hungry until I smelt that. Now I'm like, I want food.
What can I smell now though?
Biscuits.
The cheese.
Is it?
The mini cheddars. The mini cheddars.
Know what that is?
Oh my god.
It's nice.
I've got for it.
Brilliant.
P5 forms in there
Loads
somewhere.
of well, I'll need that because I'll better tax it before I take it out. Central locking works with hay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a GLS.
We can move it into the light if you want to.
Yeah.
Because I was trying driving it and just fucking useless.
Oh, that's going to slide off there. Yeah, that's the thing. The uLEZ is just a total rip.
Yeah. It's a nightmare. That's a part of my governor's old car over there.
Well, I had to check as well Joe's car to make sure it could come in the uLEZ.
Yeah.
What is it?
I should move that.
Yeah, I can do it, yeah.
If the window cracked open, should be a better later.
Cool. Hello, Corsa. Oh, it's got a tight clutch on it. Wow. Go little Corsa. Yeah. Well, it's ticking away there quite a thing. It'll be satisfying to polish it up as well because it is proper flame pink. Or Vauxhall Racing Pink as it's called, because they fade loads that red paint, but when you polish it, it comes up really nice again. Looks like it's never been satin in the back. In fact, it's really clean inside and out. It's lovely. Yay, we've got our manuals there, MOTs, various details and things. That's good stuff, that.
You'll have to do the uLEZ.
I've done it.
Done it.
I've done the uLEZ and I've insured it.
Oh, what? Wow. Just got to do the
I've got a
tax.
trader's policy, so... Right.
Let me get you the V.
Right, that's yours. You just need to sign that and send it away.
I need to sign that and send it
Well, you
away.
can sign it then if you want.
Okay.
You could just send that away at your leisure. Well, sooner the better, really. Lest I start driving it through bus lane cameras and things, and you start getting fines for it. Right, next on the agenda, I'm going to tax it online using the DVLA automated service. It's in the cheaper tax bracket at least as well. So let's see. That's the fan just kicked in at dead on 95 degrees, perfect. I'm just going to stick the heaters on. Oh, toasty, get in. And I am just taxing, don't want to show you that, that's all my credit card details. I don't want to put that on YouTube. Come on, tax it for 6 months. You know you want to do this. Yay! Done, that's it, taxed, MOT'd and insured and everything. No, it'll be good. I'll work well that. I know enough about them. I mean, the fact it's survived this long says that it's like a good one. All the crap ones, you know, the rusty ones and all that, they're gone. If anything that's left is likely to be good. But no, I'm glad that you're pleased that it's going.
Yeah, I sold it to someone from Nugget. That's meant to be.
Brilliant. Well, what do you think then? Well, we're going to head back across to Sutton.
Yeah.
Right, I've got my phone set up and everything. Cool.
Have a safe journey.
Subscribe to your channel.
Cool. Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Another follow-up.
Good. Was nearly at
Have a
11.
look at what you put up for this one.
It's
If it does give you any bother, let me know.
I'll not get that, but it won't give us any bother. Like, do you know when the timing belt was done?
I don't know. I don't think it's...
I'm going to do it anyway. Like,
Yeah, I don't know when that's been done. I know that's an important thing, and if that goes, it's fun.
I think some of these 8-valve engines, it can snap the belt and it's all right. It's got a belt and it goes again.
Oh, okay.
I think. Anyway, cheers. That's a pleasure. Thank you. Cheers.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Right, we're going to head back to Sutton.
Jasmine, nice to meet you both.
We'll have more back there.
Yeah, I'm going to drive over to your car, but you can just follow me back.
Good home.
Driven at 5.
I was surprised to learn that it's got power steering, but then again it is a GLS, so... It sounds nice, like. A bit of clunkage from the back end. Third. There we go. Oh dear, nearly got written off by that lorry there. I was on the outside of him and it was going down for 2 lanes into one, so I thought I would go and nip in front of him, but he decided he was going to punch the accelerator as well. Fun and games. But glad to get out of London, like, this is horrible. I think the gear linkage is a bit sticky, but for lack of use maybe needs greased up. Clutch needs adjusted, I think it's too low. Apart from that we're alright, like temperature's dropping below 90 when we're on the move. I've got a nice bit of heat coming through. I do quite like this funky 2-spoke steering wheel. Standard issue. Cool, well, thanks to my cousin Joe for helping me go and get the Corsa and rescue it from London in a Audi TT.
It was quite fun actually, good little road trip.
No, it's good, well, it's fine, you know, Daniel will appreciate it anyway, he'll be
You're
pleased.
welcome, Daniel. Lovely.
Cheers. Bye. I think the exhaust's burst at the back. I don't think the back box is connected to the system. And that's what's making the knocking noise. It sounds like it's blowing a bit. If it was hanging, then I would probably have knocked the last out it there anyway. But what a fright I got getting in it there and getting no ignition lights whatsoever, but of course we just need to tighten that battery terminal. As long as it just keeps running, it doesn't cut out on me. I don't have to keep the revs up, I don't think. Fantastic heaters in it. I've just emptied out the Cavalier, which I'm leaving here on Barnaby's Drive until the 2nd of November when I'm back down for the truck racing. The Corsa's now loaded up with all my tools and it's time to get across to Guildford to the hotel and get a rest because I am knackered. It's got the Corsa won't start, it's got a slack battery terminal. Little car, you need to start. Idle, stay idling. Stay idling. In gear. Oh goodness me, slack battery terminal, it wouldn't have just lost all my ignition lights there. It's hard to get gears, like I'll have to adjust the clutch tomorrow. You've really got to kind of forcefully shift it. Right, do not stall it anywhere else between here and the Cavalier. This is why I wanted all my tools with me. Things like that happening. Just fired some fuel in to make sure the gauge is working, which it is. I've put V-power in it because it was pinking a bit there, and I wonder if these are running an octane plug and it's been on 98. But obviously it's running on E10, which it won't like, the timing will be out. So we'll see, because it's quite nippy as it is, so we'll see if it picks up the V-power. Because it's great fun, like, it's a wee go-kart. And that's it on like crappy little tyres and that, you know, if we get some good tyres and some suspension on it, it'll be an absolute hoot to drive. Happy days. Come on. Phew. Sticky deadlocks. Hey, time for an early morning cold start. Found out what the knock for the back end is. Yeah, it's going to need an exhaust on it, but that's nothing to worry about. It's super cheap, although we could go for like a tasty 4-branch thing from Sportex or something. What do you reckon? Keep it standard? No. Oh dear, we have encountered some traffic on the M25, just at the usual spot as you approach Heathrow and the M4. Always glad to get off the M25, even though it's not too busy at this point. Hop up onto the M1 and head up to Spalding. To go and see these two Cavaliers. Windy, woohoo! Handling on this little thing's great, considering that it's completely standard and it's on budget tyres. Well, that's had a good long run along the motorway there at a pretty good speed. It seems okay. It's nice and stable and it's pretty quiet. Engine booms a little bit because of the short gearing, but not bad at all really, like. I think it'll be an awful lot of fun to drive. They don't know where they're going. Ooh, it's busy in here. Let's go down here. And park here. Got me a McDonald's. Look, what I like about this, if you put this down, oh, there's a bit, there's the service history. This will actually hold a cup in it as you drive along the road, unlike the ones in the Cavalier, which are purely there for show. We're out in Lincolnshire, where there are no hills, on like a ridiculously bumpy road. Glad of the fact we've got standard suspension. Soak up these bumps, wow. These roads are hilarious. Corsa's great on them though. Oh, ba-dink, ba-dink, ba-dink. Tight corner, round we go. Whee! Hey! Uh-oh. Whoa, oh, hey! I've got a great big BMW behind me and he can't sit with me going down the bumpy road. It's too rough for his big coupe with the 20-inch wheels on it. The Corsa just bounces over the top of all the bumps. We are out in the middle of nowhere. And so
combination.
limits on 16513, that's not bad. A field full of cabbages. I'm nearly there apparently. This will be interesting.
Make a few quid, you know. Buck up, boy. Let's go.
Brilliant. That's us here. I've got here with Paul, and he's got some quite funky cars. We've got a Saxo VTR sitting there, which is getting to be a classic now. It's got discs in the back.
Yeah.
That's standard.
Yeah.
Ah,
VTR and VTS all have discs. Yeah.
And this is a mini-based kit car. So what engine's this got in it?
It's like a 1275 GT engine, only slightly more tuned even. I'll open up in a minute.
Oh, brilliant.
Do a pause and we'll get it going. But it's like an upholstered go-kart. Mad.
Oh, it's got Mark II Cavalier rear lights.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I wondered if you know that. For ages I didn't know what they were, and then my son said, "I used to have a Mark II Cavalier. That's what they are." Yeah, it's quite.
It looks like fun. I think it's rear wheel drive.
No, it's
Or front wheel drive because it's all mini based.
Yeah, I'll get the keys, mate.
And the lorries and that, picking potatoes up for here earlier in the year.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be out in the fens and all that. There's that much
The
farming.
son works at the potato place, doesn't there?
That much farming going on out
good.
here. I was following a sugar beet lorry coming in there as well.
Oh, well, that's the senator, obviously.
That's an ex-police car, is it?
It is. It is. Somebody told me it would be about 220 brake horsepower this one.
Yeah, probably would be. They always seem to come out a bit more.
And it's very rare in that it's got nothing. It's a poverty spec.
Yeah.
Lined up windows.
Yeah, they did
No
that.
sunroof, no aircon.
They would do them a totally separate spec, the police cars.
Yeah, they were. At the
I
time,
say no,
weren't
there's no cruise control on it.
they? No. And you can see where the holes in the dash were.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's got a sunroof aperture in the headlining.
It's got heated seats, so they would always spec the heated seats, and the Cavalier on the Cavalier turbo police cars would have heated seats in them.
But where they go really bad these is along here and down here, and this one hasn't suffered too badly. I don't know whether it's worth anybody doing it, but it went like a bloody rocket. It
would do. So I don't know. Senators isn't something I've got in much of.
No.
But I don't have any Senator stuff. I've got an Omega.
Well, these are beautiful to drive. They're
Oh
really
yeah.
nice.
Oh, they were superb cars.
Push it down.
Walked through a cobweb.
Well, I did open it. I did open it once.
A big dual ram 24 valve.
It is, yeah. Now I've got that stuck. That's it. There she is.
Quite a machine. Look at the size of the intake on it and the size of the throttle body and all
It's
that.
done about 100,000, so not bad for one then.
No.
But 5-speed manual
Yeah.
is
That's
just
the thing.
so rare, isn't it? It just didn't do it.
No, you pretty much had to get a police car to get a manual, I think.
It would be a very good. Well, it was going to be my tow car because I used to do a lot of picking up cars and stuff, you know. But it's one of them, just didn't get done.
A great tow car, right enough, eh?
It would be. It would be a lot cheaper to run as well than a Ford Polo. I mean, body's not too bad. I've got various bits for it. I've got the door handle. What I did get, I got a set of lovely leather seats, black leather, and they're immaculate as well. Door window was broken, so I managed to get one of them. Not fitted yet.
Keep a bit of sunlight, keep a bit of the elements in it.
Bims.
I said it was at one point going to be a donor for a Carlton estate.
It was, yeah. But then I was just going to do it as it is, as the tow car. But, sadly, it got put on the back burner. But it could be done, I think.
Oh,
The shell
definitely.
is good enough. It's got a hole where the spare wheel sits,
Definitely. It's one of those.
and it's got a hole underneath the back there. But apart from that, it's a sound shell.
One of those. I need to be like a Senator guy, because I was looking at a Cavalier and I'd be like, right, okay, I can do this, and this. A Senator, I don't have any bits for one.
Are there any Senator guys?
Yeah, oh yeah, the Autobahn Stormers and things like
Yeah, I didn't
that.
know.
Oh, there's like there are people that do Senator stuff for sure, eh? So we've got two Cavaliers here. This is a Cavalier L.
2 litre L.
2 litre L. Now this one's got a knackered engine.
I can't open any of the doors to be activated.
Ah.
Driver's door on the tailgate.
Aye, but it's maybe, aye. If it's on the deadlocks.
Yeah, I think it might be.
He's a 91H, we know that because he's got the rev counters in.
Well, I think it's 1990, I looked them up last night.
Now, by the model year, if it's anything past October in 1990, it's a 91 model year. We know because it's got electric windows and a rev counter.
I think it's, yeah. I mean, there's a load of backlights off a later one as well and bits and pieces. I don't know if you...
Oh, aye.
But it's not a bad shell, is it?
Oh, he's needing some arches.
Yeah, that is the bad bit. But funnily enough, my son had another one at the time, a black one, which was a later model, and I cut some archy bits off it.
Oh, you cut? I've done that before. I've cut actual arch sections. That bonnet doesn't feel like it's.
It's not bolted on.
It didn't feel like it was bolted on there. I was going to lift it. Yeah, good old 2 litre 8 valve.
Yeah. This one, I can't remember what happened. I know it went up in
because smoky or something like that.
The cam belt is off. I can't remember that being done actually. Whether
you can't. It's pretty hard to knacker these because even if you snap the belt, these don't. It doesn't. It's a non-contact engine.
So it might be doable, you know.
Yeah, maybe run like
It's about 90.
To be honest, I've got an entire 2 litre sitting there with no bits for it.
90,000 ish. Well, the idea was to be a shell for that to be a donor for it, you know.
Yeah, because this one here is a frost blue F-Reg CD.
And this one, I looked it up last night, and it's still on the computer, and it's early 89, like.
Yeah, this
February
is
89.
Yeah, this is one of the first ones.
But,
and it's got the blue interior.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still got the headrest and an intact pass roof at the back.
So I had one of these back sort of 2015. It was an automatic, and I sold it to a guy, and he ended up scrapping it when he shouldn't have done.
I mean, this is just 70,000, I think.
Oh. This is the leather wheel. Being a CD, and it should have all 4 electric windows.
Yep.
What else did you get in a CD? You got your electric mirrors, you got rear grab. Well, this hasn't got the rear grab lights, it's an early one. But you got the wooden trim on the doors, and of course if you bought certain blue ones you got a blue interior, and it'll have the.
It's even got the original blue carpet.
It's got the adjustable steering column in it there. Oh yeah, it's got the CD mats in it as well. If you've got a CD, you got velour floor mats with it as well. It's still got them in it.
Which is a nice touch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you see the front one?
Oh yeah, because it's had a prang, isn't it?
This one went into a low loader. I think he was lighting the fag at the time.
Alright.
I suppose it could be done, couldn't it? I think the legs are still straight.
Quite probably, if you were going.
It's to there, look. But that's only in a wing, is it not? And that, I think, is still straight. I don't know, you have to check it carefully, but I mean, as a donor.
Yeah, well, that's the thing to go in.
I mean, it's gone around the sunroof, which is a shame, isn't it? It's pretty bad there.
Yeah, that would count. That's kind of done, I think.
You're going to reskin the roof or something?
Nah,
you couldn't do it, could you?
You'd,
I'll have to get the key now. It's weird, this one, because once it's black, you can't open it unless you turn the key.
Yeah, because it's out of
but it's
it'll all be connected up to the central locking on it.
Yeah, you can open it with a key. I'll go and get it. Show you there. It's even got the carpet in the booth and the undercarpet. It's a shame, isn't it? Because it would have been such a nice car.
Yeah, it would have been. Aye.
My mate around the corner, used to live around the corner, used to do loads of Cavaliers way back. He used to get them, and if the engine was dodgy, just put another engine in it.
Yeah.
He said, he should come out in this one, he says. And he took me up the A17. He said, this will do 100. It's doing 100 like the A17.
Oh, quick like, aye. For sure. It's kind of locked.
He was going through Watford in, he had a black Mark, it would have been a Mark II, wouldn't it? SRI.
Yeah.
He was caught doing over 100 miles an hour in a 30.
Good grief.
But it wasn't clocked, you see. The copper knew it was going fast.
It's a facelift headlights
they
are off a later
I'll
one.
tell you what I have got. Interesting. I've got the bumpers and the rear tailgate of that in black.
Off
Whole
what?
lot. Off the later one.
I see there's some bits of arch there.
Yeah, that's what I cut off for it. Yeah. There's the other side.
I wonder if it was a
And the
black.
mirrors. Look.
There's a black one. I did that too.
I mean, you could do that, couldn't you? And then any gaps you could just fill in. Yeah, if you want the.
Random selection of centre caps. That's like off a GTE.
I don't even know what
That's off like a Nova or a Cavalier Commander. That's off the facelift.
That's off these, yeah.
Yeah.
That's off these for the Mercedes.
Alloys for them.
There's the full set of them to go on those alloys that are on that. So it's a mix. We've got two on this one and two on that one. That door's pretty good, isn't it? Except with a big dent in it.
That would come out.
I think you could kick that out, couldn't you?
Yeah, that would come out.
He probably kicked it in disgust when he crashed it.
I would think so, aye. Oops. Because that side's alright on it, eh?
Yeah. I think that's one of those doors.
Right down at the bottom there, aye. He's going along there.
Yeah,
You
the
need to go
passenger
quite.
one's good, isn't it?
You can do quite far up into that. I think the chassis legs actually look. The rest of it doesn't look too bad actually.
I mean, it's a shame about the sunroof, isn't it? He said to me you could take the rear loom that does the rear windows on this and just plug it in.
Well, you just take the whole lot. That's because that's an L. That's got the basic wiring loom. This won't have the wires for the heated seats and the trip computer, but this will. This has got like the higher spec loom in it.
You could make a.
Well, what you do if you go that far into them, you take the whole dash out and just take the entire car loom out at the whole lot and transfer the whole lot over into it. I mean, depends on what you're going to do as well. I mean, because you can take the electric window motors out the doors easy enough. I've done that with mine now. That was a dick. That was a bit of a mission.
All greys is
yeah.
Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, I was all cut to smithereens doing that because I only had one working window in my CD.
I've been there.
So eventually I got it all switched over. So I've now got 3 electric windows and 1 manual.
Yeah.
The one remaining electric one I didn't bother changing to a manual in the back.
Do you want me to go and get the key so I can show you?
Yeah, if you want. Aye, go for it. Yeah, let's do it. Cool. And interesting stuff that Cavalier CD could definitely be reshelled. I'm not sure if the L is the ideal candidate for it. Aye, you had to pay extra to get the catalytic converter on that in 1991.
No, who would want to do that?
And this is like a company car thing and being seen to be green at the time, that's what it would be.
I think it was a rep car, that.
Yeah, oh, the L 2 litre I is a total rep spec car. This would be your area sales manager sort of thing. This is for the more higher ups. What is this? Shade blinds for the window. Oh, I see somebody's fitted them, so they go, oh, old school, like the old school Halfords logos on it.
Yeah, different.
Blue, everything's blue. Of course, that'll be his mangled front.
Yeah, that's a
piece of a bump on that, and
it's got
that big bit of carpet and everything in that. And there, it's got
the through at all, isn't it?
No, tiny wee bit in the corner, don't worry about it. I've welded my CD's been with huge plates welded in the back there. Oh yeah, it was, the winter weather really got to it, like. Oh yeah.
Stuck in there. Oh,
nice.
Yeah,
do like that.
The parcel shelf
do like that steering wheel. Yeah.
There's no big holes in it.
These are diamond black bumpers.
Yeah.
For a Cavalier facelift, but they hatchback bumpers.
Yeah. Here's the hatchback as well.
Oh yeah, I see an Opel Monza 2.5E.
Oh, I had
tailgate. What's that? That's a Cavalier tailgate.
I had 2 Monzas. This was a rare one because this was a 2.5.
Yeah.
They didn't do them in this country. It was a German one.
Oh yeah, Cavalier tailgate in diamond black.
Yeah.
Anybody want bumpers?
Bits and pieces.
Tailgate.
Oh, mine.
Okay. That has.
Hang on, I'll stand on it.
Got it. And that's a DAF Variomatic sort of thing, is it?
Yeah. Would you believe 18,000 miles, one lady owner?
Wow.
Absolutely. It was in Hull in this dealers at the back, and it was in a back shed. What they used to do, they used to put all the interiors,
Yeah.
and they were chucking into it, and every panel on it is dented or scratched because of that.
I drove one a few years ago at the DAF anniversary in Holland. We drove around the test track because it's like one gear.
Yeah, there's no strange drive because they rev, and then the engine slows down a bit, and you're doing about 55. And they just keep going at that till you...
A bit of Senator.
Yeah, that's all the Senator.
Severe vents.
I've got another console for it as well.
Well, it's good that if you're in the back, you've been arrested, you can have a cigarette. Do an old H-Reg. That's crazy.
1970.
Yeah. 3 litre manual ex-police car Senator. Anybody knows anything that can be done with this car? With a reshell or a rebuild? You know, if you could get yourself a 2 litre Carrollton for decent money, everything off of this to go into it, then you would have
if you look,
tremendous sleeper.
When this back door's open, you can see how good the shell is because that's where they
yeah, because that's the thing, because it's not rotted out in here. It's actually pretty solid. I'll need a bit of welding in the corners and just in there, but yeah.
Not too bad, is it?
No.
And 2 sets of BBS wheels I've got. These and it's another set. Same.
There's the edge. No, it wouldn't have had alloys on it, no.
No, I think it may have had steel because somebody's got these afterwards.
Yeah.
I've got 2 sets of them. 2 sets of those BBS alloys, if you know.
Lovely. I'm going to do it. I'm going to come back down with a trailer and take that CD away and strip everything off it in preparation for reshelling everything out it into something else. It's blue velour interior, possibly this L. Might just put an engine in the L and a couple of seats in it. It needs arches and so see, I need to get up the road and have a look at it, but I'll do one thing at a time in that. I'm going to take it on. I'm going to do it. I'm going to head back up to Scotland now in the go-kart Corsa. Right, cool, thank you very much. Cheers, take care, thank you, bye-bye. We're currently on the A17. I've got 270 miles to go. I've filled the car right up with SO super unleaded, and it feels really lively. It's the ECU's learning and it's picking up. I'm very pleased. What's surprised me so much is how direct and responsive the steering is. When the Corsa was new, it was never ever praised for handling. Sort of rivals like the 106, the Clio I think always seemed to be rated higher. But this thing's fantastic, it's like a little go-kart. And we're running on 165/70 13 budget tyres. But it just sticks to the road going round corners. It's tremendous fun. I'm really looking forward to getting some chunky rubber on there. Right, I've got a dual carriageway here. I guess that the gearbox in this is going to be the same as what the SRI's got. Because I know in the bigger cars the SRI's got quicker gears, but I can't imagine the SRI would be any shorter than this. It was nice to meet Paul there, who's got those Cavaliers sitting. Obviously the CD's been hitting the front. If it wasn't for the fact that the roof is rotten on it, then I would consider trying to salvage that shell, but that's going to be too difficult otherwise. So I'm not sure about the L either, although it's got an interesting reg plate, H17JES, so it says like Hi Jess or Hit Jess. Now that needs arches and sills on it, which isn't the end of the world, but it's a bit of work. But the idea would be to reshell everything out that CD into the L and make sort of one good car out of the two, because I think the engine in the L's had an issue. We have a noise developed. Something's hitting something else. I don't know what it is. Guess we will have to stop at the services and have an investigation and see if we can see what's up. believe I've found out the issue. I think our power steering pipe was knocking on the heat shield. Just looking at that. That tensioner moves. Which is new. Good, switch it off and check that. I think that was maybe vibrating on that. This isn't in danger of falling off, is it? No, he's in place. Belt's got tension on it. That's going to be very hot. It's all in place. I'm trying to see if that's maybe been nudging against that a little bit, causing us to have that odd rattling noise. Coolant's all good. I'm happy with that. Nothing else is on the road. Yeah, I think that's all it is. Okay, let's get back on the road. See if it's still going to make that little rattling noise. Doing it very regularly there. Because the thing is, with cars like this will just have been knocking about London for many years. It's been a long time since it's had the treatment that I've just given it, with sort of long high-speed motorway running and pushing it on harder than it's used to. You know, we've got rid of that noise. That's what it was the power steering pipe knocking against the heat shield on the exhaust. This Focus just purposefully cut me up. He overtook me, then he slowed down behind a car in the middle lane, so I overtook him back in the middle lane and a lorry pulled out. So he comes alongside me, and then instead of accelerating past, he slows down to box me in against the lorry. What the hell? I didn't do anything to him. And now he's slowing down again. What a way to drive. There's no need to behave like that at all. Just because I'm in a little small old car. And he's in an amazing... Right, Corsa, let's do it. Get away for him. Grief. Tell you what, it's got good headlights on it, much better than the Cavalier. Ah, the A66. Ah, that's another leg of the journey chalked off. This thing's so quiet. wrong to make it noisy by putting a sporty exhaust on it. It might be a bit tiresome on the motorway. Going through a big long stretch of 40-mile-an-hour roadworks, and this guy's doing 30. He's getting slower and slower and slower, and I don't know why. Come on, guy. You can go 40. Woo! I have pushed this little car hard up the motorway in the pouring rain and howling wind. It's done spot on. God knows what it's revving at. Oh, I hope you're going in the services, little Fiesta. Oh, I can hear that noise now. Yeah, that's definitely just a heat shield. Woo! Back into West Calder. We have racked up 454 miles today. Plus what we did last night, so we're on about 500 miles. Great little car. It's done superbly. Looking forward to getting some jobs done in this and driving it some more. Alright. Acceleration run. Great, this wee car. That's it, tracks straight, it brakes straight. Now, one of the first things we're going to have to do is update the exhaust, which is like a bit of a tea bag. I don't think there's much emissions actually coming out there. It's coming out the front of the back box where there's a big hole. And of course, it's equipped with a cat. Now, the Corsa B 5-door has this extended roof line at the back, and it's got a surprising amount of room in the back of it as well. This is arguably more spacious inside than a lot of bigger, slightly older Vauxhalls. Not only do you have a reasonable amount of leg room, that's me sitting with the seat canted back in a position for me, but you've got a good amount of headroom in here as well. Now, one of the best things about the Corsa B was always the dash and interior layout, which stands up really well today. You've got a solid, well-made, logically laid out dash, practical interior, like the steering wheel as well, the two-spoke variant, pre-airbag, quite a funky looking thing that. We've got some nice clean velour seats because it's the GLS. We don't have a lot of spec in here. Electric windows, electric mirrors and a sunroof were all on the options list, but we do have power steering and a height adjustable driver's seat. Now, under the bonnet was one of the main reasons that we decided to go for this car, because it has the 1.4 litre multi-point injection engine, which makes 82 PS, or basically 80 horsepower. And I think it's one of Vauxhall's best series of engines. You get this small block in 1.4 and also 1.6 form, with the 1.6 engine appearing in the Nova GSI. This 1.4 engine appeared in the Corsa GLS, which is this one, and also the SRI. Hello to Bob. And here's Bob to investigate the engine, see what she thinks. She's like, excellent. A smooth, responsive, torquey, little small block engine, loves to rev. And will we remove the cat? Possibly not. Of course, one of the big things going on in the world at the moment is the cost of living crisis, and people need cheap cars to run about in. So if the question is, does the Corsa B still cut it today as a viable daily driver on a budget? I would say absolutely yes. We paid £500 for this car. It's MOT'd until May 2023, so we've got a good 7 months on it. Performance wise, it's well on a par with modern cars. I'm impressed at how nippy it is. It is a little buzzy on the motorway, sitting at 4,000 RPM, 70 miles an hour. However, it's tremendous fun on A and B roads. The engine's always on song with that close ratio gearbox, which also shifts very nicely. I'm so impressed with the power steering and how responsive and direct it is. The car tracks straight, it brakes straight, there's good feel to the pedals in it, and overall this is a car that hasn't had a hard life at all. I'm very pleased with it. So that's all for this one. That adventure went really well. It was really nice to meet Lewis and his girlfriend, and I'm glad that he's happy that the car's going to a good home. It's been bought to be a project car that we can work on with my 10-year-old nephew Daniel. So the next things on the agenda are we're going to get it serviced, do the timing belt, we're going to get Neil, my brother-in-law, and Daniel's dad to put an exhaust on it. And we're going to give it a good polish as well and get this flame red paint back to what it should be. So look out for more episodes on the Corsa in the future. Catch you again next time. I don't think you should be trying to get in the car, should you? But you're going to. Now you see, Bob, there's an... let me see that. There's an issue with that because you know it's nice and toasty in here for you and you like to be warm. But also I need to drive places and things, you know.